Hi there, it's Christmas in North Carolina. We don't have any snow, we have a lot of sunlight, and it's about 60 degrees right now, and I am not complaining. And of course I have to take a dessert to a Christmas party, and the first thing I thought of course, is my Pop It in the Toaster Oven cookbook, which has so many wonderful recipes in it, including what I'm going to show you today, Cranapple crisp. This is a wonderful holiday dessert. Simple, easy to make, and absolutely delicious. I'm going to show you the ingredients that you need, but before I do anything else, I'm going to preheat my toaster oven to 350 degrees. And I have this split up into two sections here on the table. This is the filling, and over here is the topping. So we'll start with the filling. And this pan, I say in my cookbook, use an 8x8 pan. In this case, because I'm taking it to a party, I don't want to have to worry about picking up my pan, so I just got one of these disposable ones. And you'll notice I have put about a tablespoon of olive oil, my favorite oil, on the bottom. Just brushed it right on there. And then over here I have, now this was 3 cups of fresh cranberries, and also 2 gala apples. The apples were peeled and cored and chopped into little pieces, and also the cranberries. What I actually did is I put these 2 things into my blender, and cranberries are kind of hard, so you can chop them with a knife. If you've got a food processor, great, and a blender will work just as well. Okay, so I'm going to add this 1/2 cup of brown sugar. I think the brown sugar, you can use white sugar, use any kind of sugar, but I think brown sugar gives it a really nice kind of rich taste. And what I'm going to do is just mix the sugar into the cranberry apple that I have here. I'm also just going to add a speck of salt. Well, yeah, pinch of salt. I think that salt always enhances something that is sweet. Okay, so this mixture here goes in to the baking dish. You can use any, quart casserole dish is fine, cake pan, whatever you have. Whatever is oven proof will be just fine. So that goes in there. And then I'm just going to set this aside for now. Boy. And now for the topping. So I have a cup of multigrain breadcrumbs. Actually, I use multigrain crackers that I buy. They're very hearty, and I just love the flavor of them, so I use those for a topping. You can also buy the multigrain breadcrumbs if you like, but that's a cup right there. Then I have a 1/2 cup of rolled oats. These are kind of like the quick oats, they're a little smaller, I think. Here's a 1/4 cup of wheat germ, which I think gives it a nice flavor. And then here's a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. Here's a tablespoon of, I say margarine in my cookbook. Gosh, I've been doing a lot of baking, so that's actually butter. Sometimes butter is just better. This is olive oil. That's my favorite vegetable oil. It's a first cold press, which I think is really good. And then I have a teaspoon of cinnamon that I'm going to put in. Love cinnamon. And then a half a teaspoon. And you know, you can adjust these to your preference. I like nutmeg, so I like that flavor, so I'm putting in a half a teaspoon of nutmeg. I'm also putting in probably a half a teaspoon of salt, maybe a little less than that. This is kosher salt. And then all of this gets mixed together very well. Oh, and depending on how you feel about the holidays, you can augment this topping as well as the filling with more sugar. If, you know, give it a taste. And if it's not sweet enough for you, hey, it's the holidays, so why not go for it? In my cookbook, I try to keep everything down on the sugar content and the fat content, so trying to be a little healthful on this. But hey, it is the holidays, so you do have some leeway. And now, of course, this topping just goes right on top. Like this. And I'm just going to pat it down so it's smooth. Now my toaster oven is up to temperature, which is 350, and I'm going to put this pan in. And that's going to go in for, according to my recipe book, 35 minutes, or until the top is golden brown. There's the beautiful Cranapple crisp. It took 35 minutes at 350 degrees. Smells absolutely wonderful. I wish I could sample it right now, but this is going to the Christmas party, so I think you should give this a try. Add your own spices. Add some nuts if you want. More sugar, less sugar, sweetener. There's a lot of nice variations on this to make it just the way you want.